Right, so we are live again. Let's see some of all of you joining in, pop up in some time. We're back on KKR fan cam. Give me a hi if you guys can see some of our... Yeah, there you are. Shashwati, Dhiru Singh, Rubes the Rock, Ubaid Syed. Welcome everyone to this special live session of KKR fan cam. As you know, our practice session at Sheikh Zayed Stadium in Abu Dhabi is on. Today we have a special guest. It's not just my voice that you'll be hearing. Welcoming Sanjana.
I am finally here. We're in the periphery of the Sheikh Zayed Stadium here in Abu Dhabi. I've finished my quarantine and somebody else who's finished his quarantine and is back in the midst of it is Lockie Ferguson. Lockie, how was the quarantine?
Yeah, good. I actually really enjoyed it. Nice to have some time just to catch up on some Walking Dead, do a bit of admin from back home, and then we did a few in-room workouts with some of the other Black Caps with Donny, our strength and conditioning coach, so it was good.
We'll talk about the fellow Black Caps in a little while from now, but I want to know, your first day back, did you have an intense schedule in place for today? What did you do today?
So yesterday I got let out and then I had a little bowl, but not many people saw me yesterday. But then today I got around the team, which was nice. Good to see all the familiar faces from last year, and then some new boys on the block, which was awesome too. And the boys have been working out really hard today. I sort of had to put the brakes on me, but the boys have been working really hard.
We saw you stretching a fair bit.
Yeah.
So you're feeling all ready to go?
No, I'm feeling stiff. That's why I'm stretching so much. Yeah. Long flight and then being in a room for a week. Yeah, it's got a bit tight. But it's good to be back bowling. Get adjusted to the heat here, which is a new challenge for me coming from New Zealand. But yeah, it's been good.
Speaking of the heat, you've come from Auckland. It was about 10 degrees there, and today we touched 42 degrees here in Abu Dhabi. How has the adjustment been for you?
Yeah, I mean, coming from New Zealand, it's definitely a bit fresher than here, but I've been here before, obviously, as well. I've been in India, which is even hotter, I think, than potentially here, but it just takes a bit of adjustment, just a few days. Today I bowled about 5 overs and I felt pretty gassed, but it takes a few days to get adjusted to the heat, get used to it, keep the hydration on, and you'll be fine.
I think all the fans back home in India will understand what Siberian Huskies have to go through when you have them in a hot country like India. That's really much. But talking about this season of the IPL, you've got Kyle Mills, Chris Donaldson, yourself. Is there going to be a little bit of a Kiwi group?
Yeah, it's nice to see some familiar faces. But yeah, I like to think that Kiwis add a lot of positivity to the group, and we like to have a joke, so it's good to see some Kiwis in the mix. But it's just great to be back with the boys after having not seen them for a while, and to see them working so hard, and they're obviously so excited to be out playing cricket, which is the main thing I think for all of us.
It's still pretty early days, but have you set some goals for this season of the IPL?
Yeah, of course, you always set goals. I think this team we have this year is an exceptional side, and I think we're almost well suited to the conditions that are in UAE, which is a bit different to in India. So I've got high hopes for us this season. I'm sure we'll do well.
And working with Brendan McCullum, are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, one of the legends of New Zealand cricket, absolute hero, and haven't really spent a huge amount of time with him on a coaching component, but certainly seen him around the traps. And once again, a super positive guy, really easy to get along with, and obviously a legend from New Zealand and world cricket, and of course Kolkata and IPL. So a lot to learn from him, and I'm sure he'll steer us in the right direction for the competition.
All right, early days for you coming out of quarantine. Who were you most excited to meet once you left your room today?
Who was I most excited to
Yes.
see? I always love seeing the fast bowling group, so it's good to see Skiddy, good to see Sandeep, good to get around the fast bowling crew. We always have a tight-knit group. Pat Cummins texted me the other day, said, "How's the heat?" I said, "Not too bad, but it is pretty bad." But it'll be good to see him. It's just exciting to see all the lads again after probably a year and a half.
Absolutely, we're already breaking a sweat here.
Yeah.
Do we have any questions coming in from some of the fans for Lockie?
Yeah, of course. There's Vivek B, Swapnil Rawat, Aditya, lots of people joining in. Lockie, first of all, they want to know, you're in an in-between stage. Is that moustache staying, or is it going to be a full beard?
Yeah, no, it's I'm growing it out. So I was in full shave through lockdown in the winter. Had a bit of time apart from the Mo. We just went separate ways for a while, but we're back together now. and I'll be sure to put a bit of wax in Twitter. It's coming through nicely.
Right, so more people joining in. Nilesh, CM, Sneha, all of them. Some of them want to know, of course, this year it's going to be a slightly different kind of an IPL without the fans.
Yeah.
How's that going to be for you? Are you going to miss the people from Kolkata?
For sure. I've never experienced anything quite like Eden Gardens. Those games we played there, the electricity was unbelievable. So coming there where we probably will have no crowd at all, I would have thought, just maybe some speakers. It's going to be a different experience. We had that in Aussie. We played a game there, but yeah, it's going to be a different experience. It's going to be a shame, but hopefully they'll be supporting from home.
Right, and now more people joining in. Rahul, Desai, Kanahi, Rabu, Moinuddin, tons of people joining in. Some of them want to know, how excited are you with the IPL now moving into UAE? Like you said, you've played here before with Black Caps, but with the IPL happening in UAE, how excited are you about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a different challenge. I think it's going to be an interesting tournament where not a lot of cricketers have been playing. So we're all probably feeling a bit rusty, a little bit nervous about how our prep's going. And there's only so much training you can do. These scenarios are great, I think, for getting you up to speed for games, but there's only so much training you can do compared to game time. So it'll be really interesting the first sort of couple of rounds, I think, of IPL to see how teams go and find their feet. And then also different conditions, I'm sure, for the local Indian boys. They probably haven't played overseas as much, so it's different conditions here. Probably doesn't turn as much, sometimes a bit slow, sometimes they can be quick wickets. So there's a lot to take in on those first few weeks, but I'm sure the boys will get up to speed.
Perfect. Pratik, Hasmukh, more people joining in. Sanjana, there's a question for you. Obviously, they've seen your Unplugged show that you guys did.
Yes.
So there is a question coming in over here asking, Sanjana, are we going to see more of you right through this KKR fan cam?
Absolutely. I am going to be right here bringing to you all of the updates. We're going to connect with all the Knights and get to know what they've been up to. I'm going to be bringing you all the updates through the season for the Kolkata Knight Riders.
Saurav, Aman, Varad, lots of other people joining in. One last question they want to know on this live is, Sanjana, are you going to teach Lockie some Hindi or Bengali this year?
Of course, let's do it right now. I think let's start small because it's day one. I think Korbo, Lorbo, Jeetbo, Ami KKR is a good place to start. Let's do it.
Korbo, Lorbo, Jeetbo.
Korbo, Lorbo, Jeetbo.
Korbo, Lorbo, Jeetbo.
And then you say Ami KKR.
Ami KKR.
With passion.
Korbo, Lorbo, Jeetbo. Ami KKR.
Perfect,
Fantastic.
perfect.
Thank you so much, Lockie.
Okay, thanks.
And we look forward to seeing you around and seeing you at practice very, very soon. Thank you all for joining. We'll come back to you again very, very soon.
Alright, so that was another great live session of the KKR fan cam. Practice is still on over here, as you see, like always. We'll keep bringing you all the live updates right through the season as we have promised. Jara Kolkata থেকে join করছেন আপনাদেরও সবাইকে বলছি স্বাগত, and we'll see more of these kind of interactions, more of these